Hello there, Virgos, and thanks for joining me for the February of 2020. I almost said 2019. 2020 Psychic Tarot reading with Animal Totem card. My name is Vickieverlie. I am a psychic and I do tarot and astrology, and I've been doing so professionally for over 30 years. I've been psychic my whole life. Today we're going to do a reading from using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck as the main portion of the reading, as always. Oops. And then we are going to pull a card from the Animal Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. Both of these are my own design and creation. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be an additional card pull. And this month's deck we're using is the Sacred Travelers Oracle cards. Okay, let's get into the reading. The cards have been thoroughly shuffled in between the readings. And now we are just doing a loose shuffle in order to let Spirit guide us to the cards that will be pulled out. This is the way that I do it. It may not be the way that you do it, but this works for me. This is for Virgo Sun, Rising, and Moon for the month of February of 2020. One more card for Virgo peeps, and I got it right here. And off we go. Off to the races, I just heard. So I don't know if some of you may be going off to the races. Is that a thing? That's what you're into. You got a couple aces. That's what stands out to me initially. I've got Ace of Rods and Ace of Cups. So 2 aces right at the beginning. So that's new beginnings. I mean, you definitely have some new beginnings. But I'm going to start at the top. Take it from the top. We've got 8 of Swords in reverse. So this is being shed of false beliefs and fears. False beliefs and fears are being released. This is a process. This isn't going to be an overnight thing. This is something that you've been working on for a while. Strength in reverse is saying have patience and have strength and hang in there. But this is something that you've been it's taken you some time. It's taken a while. It's been slow coming, and you want it to happen faster. You want it yesterday. But you need to take your time. This card is also taking your time. This card is also about taking your time, and I want to tell you that I'm learning from your mistakes. How did you get yourself into this situation in the first place? How did that all come down? I mean, you're definitely breaking out of it this year and this month. But how did you get some enlightenment by it? Learn from your mistakes. See how it all unraveled. Hindsight is 20/20. You can look back and see, that's funny. Hindsight is 20/20, and it's the year 2020. So it's kind of like looking back and seeing the mistakes you made, and then being ready to move forward. You do have the Moon card in the spread, and whenever we have the Moon, we want to look at those lunations for the month. So we're going to have 2. We're going to have, as always, full Moon on the 20th in the sign of Leo, and then we're going to have a new Moon in Pisces on the 23rd. Now the new moon in Pisces is your opposite sign on the wheel. Like say this is the astrology wheel. This is you, and then Pisces would be exactly on the other side over here. So that's your natural partner. So the new moon in Pisces, if any of you, I know it's Valentine's month and everything, if any of you are single and looking, that new moon on the 23rd in Pisces, or even after the sun moves into Pisces, which is going to be after the 18th, that would be a time when the energy would really be focused, especially if you're Pisces rising. That would be the most true for Pisces rising, but it could work for everybody. So this moon time, and then we're moving on. We're moving out of turbulent water and moving into smoother sailing. You're going to start to see some movement. We're here, we're working on it, we're wanting to see it happen. There's pause, and it's taking a little longer. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to see it move forward, and we're going to see it start to happen. What are you moving towards? You're moving towards the Ace of Rods. The Ace of Rods is planting your seeds that are going to bloom and grow. And it's planting seeds of love. Sowing the seeds of love. What's that song? Something about sowing the seeds. I was way out of key on it. I was way off. But there's a song, Sowing the Seeds of Love. That's what's coming through. I'm not able to grab it all the way here. It's like an 80s song, I think, or 90s. But anyways, that's what this is talking about here. Planting the seeds of what you really want to do. Planting the seeds of things that are going to bring you joy and happiness. Not things that are going to get you all tied up in a knot and aggravated and worried, you know, and cause you a lot of stress and problems. Planting the seeds of things that are going to bring beauty and love and joy to your life. After you've had a chance to ponder where you may have went wrong, it's time to take a new course. It's time to take a new course of action. It says news is coming about money. There's news coming about money and an offer. Some of you, this could be some kind of job offer where you actually are just going to move. You know, this could totally be that. This whole thing here. Maybe this is you, you know, planting those seeds as far as, you know, putting out those resumes and making contacts with people. And then it comes through and you might, you know, move, you may physically move, or this could just be you moving on from one job to another. Now I'm hearing bad company, moving on from town to town. Moving on, baby, never gonna touch the ground. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. I can't think of any other words. It's just a bunch of oaths. Moving on, baby, never gonna touch the ground. Something like that. But it's bad company, moving on if you want to. Wake up every morning. I can't think of it. It's about, well, you can look it up if you want. I'm not going to look it up. Do we have time? I guess we do have time. Let me look it up real quick. Because if you've never seen my videos before, I'm a musician, longtime musician, and this is just the way my guides talk to me. And many times there's messages in these lyrics. They give me a song and we look it up and there's really a cool message there. It's my guides, and I feel like a lot of times I feel like it's a lot of my musician friends have passed on. I'm trying to get these lyrics up here and I'm having a difficulty getting the rolling wheel, so maybe we're not. Okay, here it comes. Okay. Get up every morning and it's just another day. Pack up my belongings, I gotta get away. Jump into the taxi, take the time, it's getting tight. Gotta keep it moving, I got a show tonight. Now moving on, baby, moving on from town to town. Moving on, baby, my never see the dirt on the ground. I checked into a ticket desk a half an hour ago, heading to the boarding gate, I'm feeling kind of low. 15 minutes later, I'm sitting on a plane, fastening my safety belt, I'm taking off again, and I'm moving on, baby, moving on from town to town. I never seem to slow down. Well, you know, some of you then, what this could mean too is maybe you're just, you may get a job where you're doing that. That might be, well, some of you are maybe, I know a lot of creative people watch these videos too. Maybe you're a musician yourself and you're going on tour, or a book signing tour, or something of that nature. You know, you may be just, that's doing a tour of some sort. Tour is even on the card there, you know, right there. But also what I was picking up is maybe a lot of people have those type of jobs. Sales jobs or whatever, where they travel from city to city, and there's a lot of, or even sports people, you know, you play your games and different, you know, you're traveling around. So it could be like that. There could be, but this would be new. For most of you, this is probably something new. Well, there's something new about it. Maybe there's a new spin on it where it's just really bringing you joy. Or say, like, you do have to tour for your job. Maybe it's just become, like he's talking, those lyrics to me sounded like it's just a grind. He's like, he doesn't know what day it is, you know, you go, I've toured, nothing like on the level of Bad Company or anything, you know. We toured like little towns with our little U-Haul trailer and stuff, you know. It was nothing like that. But it does, you go, well, what town is it in? Where are we? What day is it? You kind of get in that zone sometimes where you don't even know what the heck's, which way's up, you know. If that's the case, if that's your usual experience and it stresses you out, then this could be like you could pick and choose. You could take your time. You know, you could go to the arenas and the shows or whatever it is, or the venues that you really like playing or you really like being at. Or, you know, if you're a salesperson who travels, you could, you know, maybe you don't have to do those, you know, you could push that to a lower salesperson and you could pick the best ones, you know, for yourself. That's what this feels like. Like you don't have to roll around, get yourself in this state of mind anymore. It's a new thing. It may be a completely new job, but for some people, if it's a thing that you've been, an ongoing thing that you've done, that you have to do regularly or you do regularly, you know, you can do it in a new way, and you can pick and choose is real strong. And I know Virgos like that. When they hear pick and choose, they're like, oh, I like that. Just teasing, just playing with you, Virgos. Don't get mad. Okay, let me start shuffling up for your animal totem. I want to make a quick announcement. I do offer the regular readings all the time, but I always have these specialized readings that I offer. And here's your card. We'll flip it in a second. I have, because of popular demand, the year aheads have just been crazy this year. Everybody's ordering them, which I'm so grateful for. But I'm going to extend it, last time extension, to the end of January. So if you're watching this in January, you still want it, end of January, that's it. No more year aheads. And then in February, if you're watching in February, I will be opening up for the next specialized reading that I'm going to offer, which is the ingress reading. And I offer those periodically too. It's a look ahead at the season. It's a psychic astrology reading. So if you want the year ahead, end of January, done. If you're interested in the ingress reading, it's going to start in February. Okay, so let's see what your animal totem card is. The ant. Oh, is that so Virgo or what? That is so Virgo. That's you all day long, Virgo. Work, work, work. Okay, working tirelessly for the good of all, connecting with community and knowing your place in it. You can move mountains and make miracles happen. Yeah, I feel like you can. I feel like it's a different approach or a different job. Like, you don't start getting yourself all worked up about this. Or maybe if like, say you're an accountant or something, and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna get killed with, you know, all these people, and you're just busting your ass. You could, you know, you don't have to bust your ass so hard. That's basically, I guess, what I'm saying here. There's help. There's a different approach. There's a different routine that's going to allow it to be a more pleasurable experience for you. Sorry, I just need a quick drink of water. It's going to allow it to be a more pleasurable experience for you, and a more, just a more pleasurable experience for you. Doing things in a different way, or doing a completely different thing in some cases. It would, you know, it would depend on the individual. Okay, everybody, so this is the reading. I'm going to start shuffling up. We're going to, for Patreon peeps, there's going to be one more card pulled. These are pulled, the way I do this is that you don't pay for each video. You pay Patreon, and then you get all 12 bonus cards every month. And sometimes I throw some other stuff up there, but for sure every month you get the 12 bonus cards. So you don't have to pay for each video. That's just how I do it. If you're interested, you can find out more. And if you want to check out my website, if you like these decks, you can check out the decks. These decks are cool, this one too, and you can just, you don't have to buy the deck, but just by watching the video and watching your sun, rising, and moon, and even sometimes watching them more than once, let these words pop out at you. And every time you watch it, a different word may, like today, tour popped out at me when I was talking about the tour. You know, let that happen, and that's a way that your spirit guides can, you know, talk directly to you about it. But anyways, on my site I have decks, books, readings. The coloring books are more like personal growth workbooks and coloring books. I have t-shirts, which is under the art section. So by checking out my stuff and ordering things from my website, that's what helps keeps these readings going year after year, month after month. Thank you for all of you that have supported me through the years, and new people as well. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. If you want to subscribe, you can always hit that subscribe button. Have a great month of February, Virgos, and remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. I'll speak to you soon.